Hey y'all, it's Lindsay with the Fiber Seed, and it is WIP Wednesday where I share what I've been working on, which are a couple of things. If you'll notice, I finished my sweater. Anyway, this is the Rebecca Raglan by Courtney Clark. I used Sprout Worsted in Weathered, and then my Yarn Chicken, pattern editions. I used Cameo. So I'm showing you my seam. Look at my seam, y'all. Not so bad, eh? Anyway, so this is what I decided to do when I ran out of yarn. So y'all picked option 1, and that's what that was. I made this more like a tunic length because girls got a short midsection, so we got to pretend like it's longer, and you can do that by making a tunic. Also, I like wearing jeans that aren't super duper high-waisted, but also that mid-rise. That's where I am. I'm a mid-rise jean girl. So anyway, there's no plumber view if I bend over. That's where I'm at, guys. Anyway, beyond that, I finished. And then that meant I could cast on like 15 other things, right? Yes, it did. That's what I'm telling myself. And we're going with it. But what am I casting on? I'm casting on Knit Sisu, the Tuula Sweater. I knew it. I just wanted to look because this is such a pretty sweater. Like, I am planning on making this and having it done for something to go out and do something fun in. So it might be ready by Valentine's Day, but you know what? Let's be realistic. It's me. It might be done by Valentine's Day. It might not. But we're not talking about that. Let's go with it's going to be ready by the time I go on shows. So you will see this. And you're going to be like, where is your Tuula sweater? And I'm going to be like, I'm wearing it. Because it's done. Anyway, it uses Sprout DK. It's a lovely sweater that is a raglan with eyelet sleeves. And this is just stockinette. So it's a go and cruise kind of thing. What am I going to use? And I already have my swatch. Got my swatch already. Anyway, I got my swatch. I'm going to do Peach Fuzz. So I'm going to have myself a Peach Fuzz sweater. Anyway, that's using Sprout DK. I think I'm going with a size 3. It might be a size 2. I'm going to determine whether or not I want to have a lot of positive ease or just a little bit, or we're going with that. So I think I might be going with size 3. I'm 36-inch bust, if that helps anybody on the sizing chart once I get it going. So that is that. What else am I working on? Well, a bunch of stuff. So if you've been around a while, you know I've got 2 kids, and I happened to math it out so that I have 2 kids 4 years apart by 1 day. So that means birthdays are basically the same time. And I decided, why not make socks for both of them? Because Reece basically grew out of him because he has large feet. You know, I started a pair of socks using sock weight yarn, but it's sock weight yarn. He has big feet, and I'm still working on him. But I know myself, and I know the socks they do walk around and love, and Penelope has been getting more and more of them because Reece is growing out of them, are DK weight. So I went and got some stuff, and I'm making DK weight socks for them. So for Penelope, I'm using like my bag. So this is a bag by Renat. I got this from one of my favorite yarn shops, Yarn Bar in Montana. I ordered it online, and they shipped it to me. It looks really pretty. This is waxed canvas. Anyway, and then I've got my Camp Stitchwood marker. Penelope picked these out. This is what she wanted in her bag to be. So I'm using an Ann Norling. I'm pulling out the, out of my pattern vault of paper patterns. I'm doing the Ann Norling Basic Baby Kid Sock. And I have notes that I wrote when Reece was basically her size. So I'm going off of basically my specific notes that I wrote, and then going from there. So I'm using, I'm going to pull my needle, my fancy needle holder, top of the sock. I'm using a ball of DK that Penelope dyed one day. So I just had that one hank, and I'm like, well, I'll figure out something. Well, I made her a hat out of the one that she'd made at Reece's birthday last year. So I figured I'd make her socks out of the other one that she ended up doing another day. Anyway, so I'm this far on my sock. So I've got a 2x2 ribbing and a heel flap. And I've already turned my heel, and I'm ready to go. So check me out. I started this on New Year's Eve within the last hour of it being New Year's Eve. So check me out. Y'all, I'm not stalling, but I put my needle back in there, on doing the sock thing, right? Okay, so, but I'm not doing one, I'm doing two. I'm also working on Reese's. So he liked the fact that this Allegheny fiber art was paint brushes, and he also picked Chinny P. the Corner's Stash Squirrel for his button, because I have a lot of my pins up here, but I figured why not put them on my project bags when I'm working on them. So what am I using here? I'm using the Community Socks by Sarah Eichhorn. I hope I said that right. And because I measured Reese's foot and he does not fit the kid's sock anymore, even for the DK. So I wanted to make him a pair of Reece Man socks. So because he likes getting socks made out of the colorways that he dyed. So here's his comic book. Maybe he'll write his comic books while wearing these socks. I don't know. Holder again. So this is Reece Man and DK. And it's only going to take me one hank. So this is what it looks like in a cake. Got to use my right terminology. So this is a cake. And then this is how far I've gotten. And I'm on my heel flap. And while doing the heel flap, I've done so many heel flaps in my life. In my knitting life, I guess. And I got to one, I've written patterns with heel flaps on them as well. And I went and thought for a moment today, I'm like, why do we slip stitch on a heel flap? So if you have your opinion, let me know in the comments why we slip stitch on a heel flap. I know some don't, because I mean, when we do things like, you know, short rows or other things like that, we don't do slip stitches on the actual back of the heel. So let me know why you think it is, and I'll share that next week. So that's that project. What else am I starting? Well, let me tell you, because why not start another project? So this week, the colorway release for January is on Friday. Time pending. It might be 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's noon, or 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. We're changing it from 7 because we want y'all to be able to access it easier and so we can help you during business hours. So that's why we're switching it. I don't quite know which one yet. I'll put it in the comments when I've ironed it out, which will be very soon. But what's the colorway? Well, for those who've seen a couple of the social media posts, it's called Stained Glass. And it's got all sorts of colors going on in here with a black overtone over top, so it pops. And it's absolutely gorgeous. What does it look like swatched? Well, watch out. I have it done. I want to show it to you right side up, not upside down. So here's knit. And here is crocheted. So we've got doubles, half doubles, and singles. So you can see it kind of changes as it goes. And then this is your knit swatch. This is a sock weight on a 5, a US 5, and a size F hook. So you can see how those work up. This is what it looks like. I just love how it just like shines right out. Anyway, so that's what that looks like. And that's going live on Friday in Sock, DK, and Worsted in stock. So that is the exciting thing that's happening this week, right? But to the, hey, Lindsay, you're starting another project. Well, of course I am, because next week, because why not, right? Next week, this color is going to be in the shop, along with in stock of Peach Fuzz. That's next week. I'm giving y'all a sneak, okay? So this is the color. It's Candy Hearts. It's got speckles in it. Ah! So that's caked up. What am I pairing? What am I doing, right? I'm making the 22 Cowl by Casapinka. So black and white. Oh, not doing very good on, but it's a cowl, okay? And basically you can do it one color if you want, but it's a 2-color thing. So what's my second color? Viva Magenta, why not? So I'm gonna put these two together and I'm gonna share my progress with you by next week. Did I pick all projects that are on larger sized needles? I did, because I know that I'll work faster mentally just thinking of that. So Paper Hearts, Viva Magenta, those are gonna be in the shop next week. And basically we're making did I say Paper Heart? Candy Hearts. It's Candy Hearts. It's Candy Hearts. It's Candy Hearts. But anyway, this is going to be in the shop next Friday, in stock, and what is what it is. Like, we're not going to make any more after it gets sold out. This is it. So, but not this week, next. So anyway, we've got so much fun stuff happening. Look, I just magicked a hank of urine. Anyway, so much fun stuff happening in the next couple weeks, but I have a lot of work to do. Until next time, though, happy crafting.